Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mario Pedro Gould. You are now tuned into the Alpha Success Television Network. I would like to explore three questions with you in this short discussion that we have today surrounding this topic of success in the plane of Earth. The three questions are this. Probably you want to jot them down and come back to these questions, as time progresses in the future. Question number one, ladies and gentlemen, is what is your definition of success? What is your definition of success? How do you define success in your mind? Question number two, and they get more powerful as we progress. Question number two is, have you, the viewer of the Alpha Success Television Network, seen your soul? Have you seen your soul? Have you seen with your inner eye your soul? Have you met yourself? Question number three, I said it gets more important as we progress. Question number three to you, the viewer of the Alpha Success Television Network, is, have you felt the oversoul, that is behind you, that is pushing you and pulling you towards your promised land of milk and honey? As you can tell, we are about to indulge in a very, very deep topic of profound importance. So before I even go further, let me come up with a few definitions of what I have just introduced to you, and then go ahead and give you an example from my own experience in life, and then I'm going to come back and explore the same questions with you in your own life. So, what is a success? I have a theory, ladies and gentlemen. I have a theory, which means that you don't have to buy my theory, but it's a good basis for discussion. My theory goes something like this, that I'm experimenting on. Success is my ability to allow my soul to express itself fully with love and grace without the boundary of fear in this realm that we call Earth. One more time. It is the ability of my soul to express itself fully with love and grace without any boundary of fear in this realm that I call Earth. So I take this in a balanced fashion. Am I expressing myself in love and grace in my relationships? Am I expressing myself in love and grace in my business? Am I expressing myself with love and grace in my presentation, in my discussion with you here today? That's my definition of success. Definition of the soul. Definition of the soul. And these are very important matters, ladies and gentlemen. The soul to me is that which sees, that which is behind my mind, that which is behind my body, that which is seeing me think and speak and make this presentation to you. Let me leave that at that point and invite you to go and explore that topic a little bit deeper. Finally, the last definition that I'd like to provide is, what do I mean when I say the oversoul? The oversoul. Now, some people would like to call it God. Some people would like to call it universal intelligence. Others would call it Allah. Others would call it the Creator. Others would call it the Source. Very simple. Behind me, I can see some fabulous mountains. I can just think of, what the creator of those mountains. Now, some people don't believe in any of that. They may be atheists. But I invite you to just watch, keep watching this video. It's going to spark some profound thoughts. Now, how do all these three relate? How is success related to your ability to see your soul, which is related to the connection between your soul and the oversoul? Let us explore this matter deeply. I have a very interesting practice that I do every single morning. My sadhana, my spiritual practice, is when I get up in the morning, I typically I would meditate for 34 minutes. And then after I meditate for 34 minutes, I get into a state of gratitude and pray to my Father who art in the heavens, ask for direction, wisdom, etc., etc. And then finally I go into a hot tub, normally for about 45 minutes. And when I get into the hot tub, something very interesting usually happens, which led to a very profound experience for me. Is normally my conscious mind gets eliminated, the veil of my conscious mind gets lifted, and my unconscious mind is revealed to me. I think you're probably saying, okay, Mario, what are you talking about here? You're talking about very deep topics. Yes, this is a deep presentation. I would expect you to watch this several times. It may not make sense right now, but when you come back in 6 months, as you're going through your development, it will make more and more sense. So back to my exploration, when I was in the hot tub and I lifted the veil of my conscious mind and I was in the unconscious zone, I had a very, very spiritual experience, which went something like this. I do not know if my eyes were closed or my eyes were opened, but I seen something that was in a gaseous form, like a gas. And it was just floating right in front of me in empty space. And this was like one of the craziest experiences I ever had in my life. As I stayed there watching this gaseous thing just floating, in empty space, I had a profoundly deep realization. And the realization that I had at that moment was that this gaseous thing, I can't define it to you in words, the image that I had inside, but I hope you're staying with me here. This gaseous thing was actually, ladies and gentlemen, my soul. I seen my soul. I seen who I am. I seen my soul. And a very interesting thing happened when I seen my soul. I seen it in a state of readiness. It had like potential energy and it was like ready to go and do something. But when I was watching it, it was just dormant. And I had a very profound realization, which is going to come full circle to connect to this topic of success, was I realized at that moment that I am not my mind. Okay? My mind is separate from my soul. I am not my body. My body is separate from my soul. And I asked my soul a question, why did you give me this body? Why did you give me this mind? And the answer that I received was, I chose this body and I chose this mind so I can express myself in, this realm. So that was very interesting. And then right at that moment when I felt my soul, I felt something behind my soul. It's something that was more powerful than my soul, that was pushing my soul, urging my soul in a certain direction. And that feeling right there, it was very clear to me, that was the feeling of what I called the Oversoul. That was what I called God. So when I had this realization, it was a crazy realization in terms of how I carry myself out in the world every single day. And when I go out into the world, it's very clear to me that my soul has got some specific divine assignments to do here in this plane. And my mind is a tool. My body is a tool that my soul expresses itself. Okay, let me use an analogy. Your vehicle, when you're driving your car, the computer system that runs your car is like synonymous to the mind. The body of the car is synonymous to your body. The driver is synonymous to the soul. So without the soul, the car cannot move anywhere, even if it's got a body and if it's got a mind. So I had a further realization right at that point, was that I have to, number one, make sure that my mind is in very peak form, my body is in very peak form, so my soul can express itself more fully, in the external realm. And also I have to make sure that I open myself up to receive, guidance, wisdom, intuition from my Oversoul, because I'm moving in the direction that it is pushing me forward to. Now, you say, Mario, what does all of this have to do with success? This is one of the presentations whereby, I prompt a discussion and let you go back and think about how this all relates to your life. So you will say that, so what is success in my life? What is success in your life? And if you take my definition in the beginning and think about situations when you're in a relationship, if you express yourself with love and grace, without any fear, how did that relationship turn out? If you took that same philosophy to your office, how you interact with your peers, how you interact with your boss, how you interact with the assignments that you're given, if you carry yourself with love and grace, what is the outcome as opposed to fear? Even if you're running your own business, if you approach your business with love and grace as opposed to fear, what is the outcome? Which takes us back to the next point whereby a lot of you will say, Mario, I haven't seen my soul. I don't know what you're talking about when you say that you have seen your soul. I would actually beg to differ. I think that every one of us has seen our souls, but we just didn't recognize it. Different examples are, if you're ever in the flow doing something that you love, maybe you're playing basketball, you're playing basketball and you're just beating everybody and you forgot about what you were doing, that is an experience of your soul. Maybe you're involved in a very deeply romantic conversation with somebody that you care about and you lost all concept of time. You're experiencing your soul. Maybe you are having a sexual experience, sober or drunk, and the moment before you release your sexual energy, all that power that you felt inside of you, that is your soul. So there's a lot of times when you feel your soul, you could be just watching a sunset and you feel your soul, you see your soul. And then the next one is, well, Mario, I don't believe in God, or I don't believe in the Oversoul. What is this that you're talking about? A great experience was just go on a reflection and reflect on your whole life, for the past 10, 15, 20 years. And you will see instances where you have been aided by something, an energy or a force. That energy or that force, you can consider your Oversoul. So how does all of this relate to your success? What it is that I'm trying to put across in this discussion today is, if you would like to be successful, you have to recognize that you have to give up your mind, give up your body, and let your soul express itself through you with love and grace and without fear. Obviously, you would have to make sure that your body is in peak condition, your mind is in peak condition, and you're always striving to reach for inspiration from the Oversoul. So I understand that this is a very deep topic. I decided to make this presentation today because I wanted to encourage you to start thinking in a different perspective from how everybody thinks about success. It's a beautiful day in Vancouver, the West Coast, the Best Coast. I'm going to go and have me a shake and ponder these topics of success, the soul, and the Oversoul. I wish that you do too. Have a wonderful day.